Hi everyone, today is Saturday, February 9th, and I'm just going to actually do a reading from this book by Dr. Robert Bullard. It's called Unequal Protection, Environmental Justice in Communities of Color. And this video, I think I'll be terming it Environmental Justice, the Conception by Dr. Robert Bullard, an Introduction. I'm just going to read a bit about from the introduction in this book, and then perhaps go through different chapters in relation to what exactly the conception by Dr. Bullard is. And here we go. The nation's environmental laws, regulations, and policies have not been applied fairly across all segments of the population. Some individuals, groups, and communities receive less protection than others because of their geographic location, race, and economic status. Generally, environmental problems in suburban areas pose far fewer public health threats than those in urban or rural areas. Moreover, low-income communities and communities of color bear a disproportionate burden of the nation's pollution problems. Whether in urban ghettos or barrios, in rural poverty pockets, and Native American reservations, pollution presents potential threats to public health that individuals with affluence or political clout are unwilling to accept. Risk burdens are localized, yet the benefits are generalized across all segments of society. Environmental disparities between white communities and communities of color reflect larger societal inequalities. Over the years, disparities have been created, tolerated, and institutionalized by local, state, and federal action. The mood in the country has now shifted to such a degree that affected populations or victims are launching frontal assaults on polluting industries and decision makers who view their communities as expendable. Affected communities are rising up against the current environmental protection apparatus, a system that is regressive in many of its applications. The current system provides greater benefits and protection for middle and upper income whites, while shifting costs to the poor and people of color. Moreover, the dominant environmental protection paradigm reinforces rather than challenges the stratification of people, race, ethnicity, status, power, etc., place, central cities, suburbs, rural areas, unincorporated areas, Native American reservations, etc., and work, i.e. office workers are afforded greater protection than farm workers. Many of our current environmental policies exist to manage, regulate, and distribute risks. As a result, the dominant environmental protection paradigm institutionalizes unequal enforcement, trades humans for human health for profit, places a burden of proof on the victims, not on the polluting industry, legitimates human exposure to harmful chemicals, pesticides, and hazardous substances, promotes risky technologies such as incinerators, exploits the vulnerability of economically and politically disenfranchised communities, subsidizes ecological destruction, creates an industry around risk assessment, delays cleanup actions, and fails to develop pollution prevention as the overarching and dominant strategy. Can our current environmental protection apparatus be reformed? Do we need a new model? There is a growing movement to turn the current environmental protection model on its head. It just does not work for many vulnerable populations, ranging from children poisoned with lead in their homes to migrant farm workers and their families poisoned in the fields. Government has been too slow in adopting a prevention program for these groups. So what I've just read is the introduction from this book, Unequal Protection, Environmental Justice in Communities of Color. So what exactly is environmental justice as conceptualized by Dr. Robert Bullard? Could be one question. Another key question is, how do we actually collaborate on um, global solutions to address different types of environmental justice problems globally? And where that questioning comes from is, it comes from something called USA Black Feminism. If you actually read the discourse, it actually teaches us to look at problems from a global perspective across different nations, across different groups, across different countries, and collaborate on solutions that work for everybody. So this is just my little reading, and I'd like to hear your perspectives around environmental justice. What do you think of the conceptualization by Dr. Robert Bullard, and how are you contributing to environmental protection that benefits everybody? Thanks for watching. And please, if you do have any questions or comments, please leave your comments, and I'll certainly get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.